Hello there.
Alright, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I am actually hyped for Armor Wars. I'm genuinely excited for this movie. This is now actually going to be a movie, and I think we're gonna hear more about this at SDCC. But we have quite a few leaks to report on here about this film, and it actually sounds like it could potentially be really good. Disregarding the inclusion of Ironheart and the potential for woke shit that they're going to end up putting in this movie, it seems like the direction of the plot is actually fairly decent. It's gonna involve a lot of artificial intelligence. We're seeing the return of Justin Hammer, and we have some new reports on not only the formation of a potential West Coast Avengers team, but the return of Ultron. So we're going to get into it in this video. If you guys enjoy my Marvel content, check out my channel. I got a ton of other Marvel videos on my channel, and let's get into this content.
The Atomic Fair.
Okay, so what we have heard about the Armor Wars series that has now become a movie is that originally it was going to be a TV series. It was going to involve elements from the Armor Wars comics in the 90s, which kind of saw various different organizations trying to get their hands on the Iron Man armor, and it was going to also involve elements of Riri Williams' Ironheart character returning. So those kinds of things didn't really get me that hyped, but then we started to hear more trickles of information, and they actually went and, are now turning this into a full-fledged movie, which tells me that they actually have some faith in what the story of this film is going to be, and that it garners a big enough scope to warrant a movie. With them changing it from a TV series to a movie just tells me that there's something important that's going to happen in this film, and there's just some kind of important plot element that garners a grander scale and an actual film release. So the most recent updates and leaks that we have, this is from Marvel Updates over on Twitter. They said that the Armor Wars plot has elements from the 2020 Force Works comic run, and Rhodey will have his own team in the movie. So the Force Works comic run actually involved, so there was a Force Works comic run in the 90s, and I haven't read this. This is just what I've done in my little 20 minutes of research before the video. From what I'm understanding, the Force Works comic run involved basically the disbanding of the West Coast Avengers and them kind of banding into a smaller team called the Force Works team, and they operate for a little while. There's a whole bunch of little smaller stories that happen within that team, but it actually returns in 2020. And this seems to be the run that they're going to be focusing on in the MCU. But it says here, this is on the Marvel database, that many years after the original Force Works, the Force Works was reinstated during the Robot Revolution as a task force designated to subdue rebel artificial intelligences. The team was operated by Maria Hill, with War Machine serving as field leader. His teammates included Gauntlet, Mockingbird, Quake, US Agent, and Solo, but the former left the team after a mission resulted in Gauntlet's hospitalization. So obviously, if you want to find out more about that team, then you can go ahead and read on the Marvel database yourself. You can find different comic lists and different comics that you can go ahead and read yourself. But when we talk about its adaptation into the MCU, we can kind of already see the elements that will play into when we read these other leaks here. So other leaks that is said about the Armor Wars series is that there's a chance Hawkeye could assemble the West Coast Avengers in Marvel Studios' Armor Wars film with War Machine. So it could definitely take elements from the Force Works comic, where the West Coast Avengers were disbanded and kind of reinstated into a smaller team called the Force Works. This could kind of be the reinstatement of the Avengers in sort of a smaller team. We're going to have all of these smaller sub-teams of the Avengers, from the Young Avengers to maybe a potential West Coast Avengers, that are going to come together in Avengers Secret Wars. But this was a big leak where I knew that I had to report on this, because this has actually got me hyped. Reading it said Justin Hammer will make his return in Armor Wars, and Ultron will come back as one of the main protagonists of the movie. So I have a funny feeling that Justin Hammer and Ultron will be working together to kind of steal a lot of the ideas and plans of Tony Stark's armor and Tony Stark's technology to create a new artificial intelligent robot army. I gotta be honest, that sounds pretty fucking hype, and I know that Riri Williams is also going to return as Ironheart. I'm not too excited to see her character return, but I am kind of excited expecting now, with them being inspired by this Force Works comic in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, for them to bring back US Agent and maybe have US Agent pop up in Armor Wars as one of the main characters in the film, or maybe one of the side characters that they recruit to help take down this artificial intelligence. So as well as, you know, US Agent being part of the Thunderbolts team, he may also pop up in this Armor Wars film. If everything that we're reading is to be correct and the framing of this movie is correct from everything that we are kind of getting a handle on, it seems like Rhodey is going to have his hands full here and is going to have to assemble some kind of team alongside characters like Hawkeye and Riri Williams Ironheart to help take down this artificial intelligence that is kind of created by Ultron and Justin Hammer, maybe teaming up and getting together. I don't know. Comment down below what you guys think about all this, because these are some crazy leaks for Armor Wars, and I think that actually the more we hear about this movie, the more hype it actually sounds. So comment down below what you guys think about it. I want to give you guys all these updates, the most recent updates we have for the Armor Wars film. And for this video, guys, that's all I got. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.